Hello everyone, this is Gautam and today we are going to start a part 2 of chapter number 3, squares and square roots. In our previous video we have studied about squares. Now here we shall study square roots in detail. Okay, before we start I would like to tell you all that squares and square roots both are opposite to each other. Okay, what does that mean? If I say square of 2 is 4, 2 square is 4. Then I can also say that square root of 4 will be 2. Square root of 4 will be 2. Okay. So if 2 square is equal to 4, it also means that square root of 4 will be equal to 2. Another example, if square of 3 is equal to 9, then square root of 9 is equal to 3. Okay. So both squares and square roots are opposite to each other. Now let us study about some properties of square roots. As you can see, I have written squares of numbers from 1 to 9. Okay, you can observe here in the squares of 1 and 9 the unit digit is 1. In the squares of 1 and 9, the unit digit is 1. So I can say that if the unit digit in the squares, if the unit digit is 1, then in its square root it will be either 1 or 9. Similarly, in the square unit digit is 4 in 2 square and 8 square. Okay, so unit digit is same. So I can say that if the unit digit is 4 in the squares, then in the square root it will be either 2 or 8. Similarly, if the unit digit is 9, here in 3 square it is 9 and in 7 square it is 9. So if the unit digit is 9 in the squares, then in the square roots it will be either 3 or 7. Similarly, in 4 square the unit digit is 16 and in 5 square the unit digit is 6. So I can say that in the squares unit digit are 6, then in the square root number will be, unit digit will be 4 or 6, and if the unit digit is 5, then in the square root it will be 5 only. Okay, first property is clear. Let me tabulate this property. Unit digit in square and unit digit in square root. So if the unit digit in square is 1, then unit digit in the square root will be either 1 or 9. Similarly, if the unit digit in square is 4, then it will be in square root it will be 2 or 8. Then the unit digit is 9 in the squares, then in the square root it will be either 3 or 7. Similarly, if the unit digit in square is 6, then in the square root it will be either 4 or 6. For 5 it is same. Okay, this is very important. You will get questions based on this. Unit digit of the square will be given, you will be asked to write the unit digit in square root. So if the unit digit in square is 1, in square root it will be, number of unit digit will be either 1 or 9. In the square, if the unit digit is 4, then in the square root unit digit will be either 2 or 8. If the unit digit in square is 9, then in square root it can be either 3 or 7. Similarly, if the unit digit is 6 in square, then in square root it can unit digit will be either 4 or 6. For 5 it is same in both. Now second property says that a number ending with unit digits 2, 3, 7 or 8 does not have a square root. I repeat, a number ending with a square number ending with digits 2, 3, 7 and 8 does not have a square root. Do you see anywhere unit digit as 2, 3, 7 or 8? No. So numbers which have unit digit as 2, 3, 7 and 8, we don't have square roots. Okay. Now after this we shall study about 3 different methods to find the square roots. First method is prime factorization method. Prime factorization method. Let us understand this method with an example. Let's say I want to find square root of 441. Okay. So first step, I will find the prime factorization of 441. It will not go by 2 since the last digit is 1. So let us try by 3. 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 7s are 21. Again it will go by 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 9s are 27. Now it will go by 7, 7 7s are. Once the prime factorization is taken out, after that we make the pairs of 2. So as you can see that here we have made pairs of 3 and 7. So square root of 441 will be 21. Square root is noted by a special symbol, this. So I can write square root of 441 is equal to 21. This method is called as prime factorization method, where we first find the prime factorization of the given number and then we make the pairings of 2. Then we multiply the product. Okay. Next method is method of repeated subtraction. Next method is method of repeated subtraction. This is also very easy method. Method of repeated subtraction. Let us understand this method with an example. Let's say if I want to find the square root of 36 using method of repeated subtraction. In this case you need to remember that we need to subtract odd numbers from the given number. That is, first we will subtract 1 from 36. I got 35. Now from 35 I will subtract the next odd number. Next odd number is 3. 35 minus 3 is 32. After this I will subtract 5 from 35. Next odd number is 5. Result is 27. Now from 27 I will subtract the next odd number, that is 7. Answer is 20. Now from 20 I will subtract another odd number, that is 9. Answer is 11. Now from 11 I will subtract the next odd number, that is 11. So I will repeat the process till I get the final result is 0. Okay. After this I will count the number of steps till the final result is 0. How many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in 6 steps I have got the result as 0. So I can write square root of 36 is equal to 6. Okay. Whatever the number of steps will be there to reach the answer as 0, that will be the square root of that number. Okay. Now let's see the third method and the most important method, that is long division method. Last method is long division method. This method is very important and we need to understand it very carefully. There are some steps that you should know. Okay. Let us understand with an example. Suppose if I want to find square root of 5929. Okay. As the name indicates, long division method. So here we perform the division to find the square root. Let's start. Number is 5929. Okay, I will write in this form, in the division form. First step is we make pairs of 2 digits starting from the left, that is unit digit. So one pair will be this and other pair will be this. This is the first step. Second step, now first number is 59. First pair of number is 59. Now I will think square of which number is either less than or equal to 59. Square of which number is either less or equal to 59. So I know that 7 square is equal to 49 and 8 square is equal to 64. Okay, so if I take 8 square, it will be more than 59, so I will take 7 square. Okay, so I will write 7 here once in the quotient and once in the dividend. So 7 sevens are 49. Next step, I will subtract it. 59 minus 49, remainder will be 10. Okay, after that I will copy this second pair. This complete number will be copied. Okay, so now I have to divide 1029. Next step is, whatever the quotient is there, that will be doubled. Double of 7 will be 14. Okay, now I will think which number I should take with 141 blank, so that the answer is either 1029 or close to it. Okay, so we know that when the unit digit is 9, then number can be either 3 or 7. So let us multiply by 3 first and then by 7. 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 1s are 3 and 4. So it is not coming. So we'll take as 7. Let us multiply by 7. 7 7s are 49, 7 4s are 28, 28 plus 4, 32, 7 1s are 7 plus 3 10. So I got 1029 if I take 7 here with 147. 147 sevens are 1029. Now it is completely divisible, remainder is 0 and number is, quotient is 77. So square root of 5929 will be equal to 77. This is the method of long division. I am repeating this method. First step, we will make the pairings of 2 starting from the unit digits. Okay, so I got the pairing, first pairing of 29 and then 59. Next step, I will see the first pair, 59. Then I need to think that which number, square of which number is either less than or equal to 59. So 7 square is equal to 49, so I have taken 7 square, 7 here and 7 here. After that I have subtracted, remainder is 10, and I have copied the other pair, 29. Okay, now number is 1029. Now next step, whatever the quotient we have got, we will double it. Quotient was 7, now doubling it I got 14. Now I need to think with 14 which number I need to take so that the product is 1029. So 147 sevens is 1029. That is why I have taken 147 sevens. So whatever will be the final quotient, that will be the answer. Now let us take few questions from your exercise. First exercise 3E, question number 6. Question is, find the square root of 9025. Question is square root of 9025. Okay, using long division method. So let us start. First step is we make the pairing from the last. Okay, now here the first pair is 90, so I have to think which square of which number is either close to or less than 90. So I know 9 square of 9 is 81, so I will take 9 here and here also. Now subtract, 90 minus 81 is 9. Now I will copy the next pair and now I will add this 9 here, so it will become 18. Now which number I should take along with 18 so that the product is 925. I know 185 5s are, let us try. 5 5s are 25, 5 8s are 40, 42, 5 1s are 5 plus 4 9. So 185 5s is 925. Okay, so remainder is 0. So square root of 9025 is 95. Okay, this is how we will solve. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 10. Question is, find the square root of 17956. Number is 17956. Let us start solving it. 17956. So pairing will make from the last. As only one is left here, so one will be left and one will be taken alone. Now 1 ones are 1, we cancel. I will copy 79. Now we will take double of 1, that is 2. Now along with 2 we will take which number? We need to check. 23, 3 is a 69, so we will take 3 here. Okay, now subtract. Remainder will be 10, we will copy the next pair, 156. Now the number is 1056. Now we will add this 3 here. So we got 26. Now along with 26, which number we will take so that the product is 1056. Since here the last digit is 6 in 1056, so I will first check by 4. 4 4 is 16, 4 6 is 24 plus 1 25, 4 2 is 8 plus 2 10. So I got 1056. So here I will take 4 only. So 264 4 is 1056. Remainder is 0. So this is the answer, 134. Square root of 17956 is 134. Okay. Now we shall see how to find square roots of decimal numbers. Now we will take question from the next exercise, 3F. Exercise 3F, question number 2. Question is find the square root of 33.64. Number is 33.64. Now if we need to find square root of decimal number, then also method is same. Okay. But just we need to be careful where to put the decimal. Let's start. Number is 33.64. First step we'll make the pairings. Now here number before the decimal is 33. So square of which number is close or equal to 33 is 5. 5 square is 25. Subtract, remainder will be 8. Now since decimal is here, so we'll take the decimal here. And 64 will be carried. Now the number is 864. Now double of 5 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. Now along with 10, which number we will take so that the product is 864. Since here last digit is 4, so here we will take, we can take 2 or 8. So if we take 2, it will not come. So let us take 8. 8 8 is 64, 6 will be carried, 8 1 is 8. So I got 864. So we take 8 here. 108, 8 is 864. Okay. This is how we solve. We find the square root of decimal numbers. Now one more question from the same exercise. Now next question we will take 10. Question number 6. Number is 10.0489. We need to find the square root of 10.0489. Let us start. Number is 10.0489. Make the pairings. Whole part is 10. So which number is square of which number is close to 10? 3. 3 is 9. Now remainder is 1. Now decimal is here, so decimal will be put here. Now we'll take this carry 04. Now double of 3 is 6. Along with 6, which number we should take so that the product is 104? We will take 1. 61 ones are 61. 62 twos are will be more than 104. That is why I have taken 1. 61 ones are 61. Let us subtract 4 minus 1 3. 10 minus 6 4. Now carry bring the next number to carry 89. Now the number is 4389. Okay, now I will add this 1 to 61. It became 62. Number is 4389. So So we need to check which number we will take with 62, so that the product is 4389. Since the last unit digit is 9 here, so either we will take 3 or 7. If we take 3, I don't think it will come 4389. So let us check by 7. 7 7s are 49, 7 2s are 14 plus 4 18, 7 6 are 42 plus 1 43. So I got 4389 7 times. Remainder is 0. So square root of 10.0489 is 3.17. Now I would suggest you all to practice the remaining questions of your book R.S. Agarwal. Thank you.